Hello everyone, welcome back to another theatre vlog. Today I'm doing a two-show day. I'm starting off at the National Theatre with Follies, and then in the evening I'm going to see Everybody's Talking About Jamie at the Apollo Theatre. Obviously there's going to be two different vlogs, so this is the Follies one. I'm just about to leave the house and I'm very excited. I booked my ticket in July when the EntryPass tickets went on sale because I knew that it was going to be a sellout and I had to see it basically. So I've been waiting patiently. I say patiently, I'm not a patient person. I've been waiting for a long time now, and like so many people I know have gone to see it and they've loved it, so I'm very excited. Also, I'm wearing my current favourite jumper, which you're going to be seeing in a lot of vlogs, so I apologise, but also I don't, because it's a really cute jumper. So yeah, let's go to the theatre. It is now after the show. I didn't get a chance to chat to you in the interval because there wasn't an interval. Follies is 2 hours and 10 minutes straight through, which I don't know how I feel about it. I like an interval. I like having a little moment in the middle of the show to reflect. I know some of my friends hate intervals, but I think when it's not a short show, you kind of need a little time, even if it was like a 10-minute interval or something. I don't know. That's just my opinion. I didn't speak to you directly before the show because, oh my god, I almost didn't make the start of the show. I was on a bus and I'd left the flat in plenty of time, but then my bus went on diversion and then we hit traffic and yeah, I freaked out. I asked the bus driver politely if I could be let off the bus because we were just stuck in traffic, so at least I could get off the bus, get onto the tube, make it on time, and the bus driver just blanked me. And this is one of the times where I actually hate living in London because people, I know you go through crap every day, but like sometimes people are so unnecessarily rude. Like I was being very polite. I was like, excuse me, do you mind letting me off because obviously we're stuck in traffic and I'm on a time crunch. First he ignored me and then I tapped the window, like gently, not like punching it or anything, just gently tapped it. And there was a girl standing next to me and I think that she'd also tried to ask because then she said something very frustrated. And it was frustrating. I was like, you can at least say like, I'm sorry, I can't let you out because, you know, even though there was only a cycle lane next to us, like that could have been the reason. Like give us a reason, don't just blank us. So I took a photo of his license plate and I'm going to complain. And then, yeah, when I got to the theatre, obviously I was rushing. I was like, I'm sorry, I got stuck in traffic. And just found that the staff weren't, like they got me in, granted, but they weren't really nice about it. Like when I used to work front of house, people would turn up late and I'd be so nice. I'd be like, right, come on, let's get you to your seats then. Don't worry, it's going to be okay. And the box office, I have the backpack with me and they didn't tell me until I got up to the 3rd level of the theatre because I was in the dress circle of the Olivier Theatre. They only told me then that I needed to go and put my bag in the cloakroom. So I had to then go all the way back down to level 1 to put my bag in the cloakroom, where I there forgot my glasses and my water. So my visibility of the show was not great. Sorry, this is just a full-on rant, but a lot's happened since I last spoke to you. Yeah, so I didn't have my glasses, didn't have my water. And then when I got in, because the guy was like, your bag's not going to fit. And I was like, that's fine. And so I'll run down. And then I got in there and I was like, there's plenty of leg room. Like, I could have fit like a suitcase underneath my chair. So that was unnecessary. It's a shame because I normally have a good experience when I've come to the National Theatre, but this one just wasn't. And like when I picked up my tickets, normally if someone's running late, you say to them, okay, so you need to go up here, like in this direction. Didn't get any of that. The lady at the box office just said to me, well, if it's a sold out show, this ticket could have been resold. That's not helpful. Anyway, that's my initial thoughts after the show, mainly a rant. And obviously I'll chat to you more later. But now I need to head to my next location because I'm seeing another show tonight and I need to grab some food before then. So that's my plan. Hello everyone and welcome back to the chatty section of the vlog, even though I think this one's been quite chatty as it is. Sorry it's been a bit ranty as well, but I didn't have the best setup going into Follies at the National Theatre, I have to say, and sadly I think it did sort of not ruin my experience of the show, but it certainly put a dampener on it. As you saw, I was almost late to the show, which is on me. I shouldn't have trusted London buses to get me there in time, despite leaving with plenty of time. But I think the way that I was spoken to at the box office going into the show, it just really didn't help at all. To be told that my ticket could have been sold had I not been there, and then also to not be informed at the box office that I should go and take my bag to the cloakroom first. And I had enough room as well in front of me. I could have fit my bag there. I'm still perplexed by that. It did. It really put a dampener on my experience of the show, especially because obviously had I taken my backpack in, I would have had my water and I would have remembered to put my glasses on so I could actually see. Even though I wasn't too far away, it is a bit of a barn of a theatre, so I couldn't see properly. And I'm really gutted because I feel like now I haven't had like the full experience of Follies, and I can't say that I fully enjoyed it because I couldn't fully see it all. It's a shame, but it's happened, and I'm gonna try and catch either the NT Live of it. I know they're doing some encore performances, or perhaps try and see the show again to fully experience it with full vision. But anyway, let's talk about the show from what I saw. I'd seen from a lot of friends who had seen this that they really fell in love with the production and they absolutely loved it. Straight off the bat, I'm gonna say I didn't love it, and I'm quite sad about that, to be honest. It's fine though. You can obviously have different opinions, just how I can love some things and some of my friends really don't like it. So that's just the way theatre is. We all have different opinions and that's a good thing, otherwise it'd be really boring. The story of Follies is basically there's a theatre that is about to be demolished, so they're having sort of one last farewell to it with a big party from everyone who has performed there in the past, and so it focuses on like 4 main characters and also their younger selves. It's funny, having seen Big Fish recently, the dynamic of like this setup of a show being seen again, because it's like the main characters and then their younger selves again in like a story form as such. I quite like that dynamic of a show, and I think it's interesting to watch, especially when it's done well, and obviously when it's a national theatre production, you can expect it to be done well. However, I felt like I wasn't really enamoured with the story, and I always feel bad saying that. I always feel bad when I don't love something, and I know that's stupid, but I don't know. It kind of makes me feel like I'm stupid in a way for not feeling like I loved something, or that I maybe I didn't fully get it or something, but it makes me feel bad. And I know that's stupid. I know it's really dumb, but that's how I felt. There are some really big names in this cast, and the 2 that I knew the most of was obviously Imelda Staunton and Janie D. I feel like for me, Janie D kind of stole the show. She's just such a great actress, and I don't know, I felt a bit more compelled by her performance. That's not to say that Imelda Staunton isn't fantastic, because let's be real, she is. But I don't know, something about this show and the roles, Janie D won me over. I thought the visuals of this show were very impressive. You guys know how I love a revolve, and they have one, so I loved that. And the whole like structure they had of the theatre, the design of the set was really incredible, and I took some time at the end of the show just to sort of fully look at everything. I know that sounds stupid, but look and appreciate everything, because I obviously had to rush in so quickly at the start. I didn't really have that time. And I especially loved the pile of rubble at the back with all the sort of theatre seats. It made me really sad, but it was incredible to look at, and all the detail in there, and the costumes as well. It's funny because when I recently went to Washington DC, I went to the Kennedy Center, and near their like gift shop area, they had these glass cases with lots of Follies costumes, and I've forgotten now what sort of production it was from, but I remember seeing them and thinking, wow, they look so amazing, and I can't wait to see the show, because obviously I'd booked for this show a long time ago. The costumes were incredible, like the showgirl costumes were stunning, and I only wish I'd had my glasses on to see them better. The production quality of this show was obviously really high, and I loved how they used, especially the revolve and the set piece of the theatre wall. I loved how they used that as a piece to move the story along. At the beginning, there were lots of rotations of the party moving from different areas and people moving in and out, and it was just really fascinating to watch. So overall, I didn't love Follies, and I'm really sad about that, but I feel like a lot of elements went into me eventually not loving it. Also, I wasn't a huge fan of the lack of interval. I do enjoy an interval, especially when it's a long production, and I think especially considering how I had to rush in, and you know, if there was an interval, I could have got my glasses. I know I keep harping on about it, but I couldn't see stuff, and that was really annoying. I don't know, I feel like just the whole experience was a little bit dampened by what happened before the show. So that's sad. If you've been to see Follies, I would like to know your thoughts on the show, because I know a lot of people have loved it, but I would like to know how you feel about it, and if maybe you haven't loved it, or just let me know. I want to know your thoughts. It's pretty much sold out for the rest of the run, so I can't really encourage you to go and get tickets, because the likelihood of you getting a ticket is quite slim. I know they're doing like a Friday rush, I believe, and I think they do day seats, but the likelihood of getting tickets is quite hard at this point. Alternatively, you can see if a cinema near you is doing the encore screening of it, which is what I'm going to try and see, because maybe if I watch it again and I'm not stressed, that might be a bit nicer. Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed this video, even though sadly about 80% has been ranting. I'm sorry. I'm normally a lot more positive. If you have never watched any of my videos before, I'm normally a lot happier than this. Give it a thumbs up anyway if you're feeling generous, because I appreciate the thumbs up. I make a lot of theatre content, so if you are new to my channel and you want to see more theatre content, do subscribe to my channel because we're all about the theatre love. I hope you're all doing really well and I will see you very soon. Bye!